In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can fight back against debt collector lawsuits, especially if you've procrastinated and you're at the last minute and you need to be able to get more time so you can get that response in. When I speak to people on the phone, and that's something that I've always done with my businesses because I want to know what people are thinking, what's going on in their mind. I remember when I was getting sued by a debt collector, it was hard to sleep. When I woke up in the morning, everything was going good, and then all of a sudden, in my mind, it was like, oh, I got to deal with this thing. What's going to happen next? Is there going to be any surprises? Or it's just like a weight. In many of the calls, I would say in 99% of the calls that I had today, people had trouble sleeping. People expressed that they thought about it all the time. And really, it didn't even matter with the amount. Some people were getting sued for as little as $1,500, and I think the highest today was $49,000. And all of them said it was hard to sleep. The first thing that they thought about in the morning, it was like it took over their whole thought process at work. They caught themselves, when you're sometimes at work daydreaming, they caught themselves when they were kind of had that little pause in between doing work and maybe speaking to someone, that was the number one thing that came to their mind. What's going to happen? And that's because they're worried about getting garnished. They're worried about them going to their bank account. They're worried about them taking assets. I talked to a gentleman today who is on oxygen, on Social Security, and he said he spoke to an attorney, and the attorney said, well, yeah, you don't got to worry about anything, you're exempt. And I told him, I said, the attorney, for some reason, only told you half of the story. Because, yes, they cannot touch your money. Think about it this way. If they don't know that they can't touch your money, what do you think that they're going to do? They're going to touch your money. And when I explained that to him, it made total sense to him. I've shown you in videos proof where people who were exempt, their income was exempt. They were either on SSI, Social Security, disability income, retirement income, where that money cannot be touched by a debt collector, and it was touched by a debt collector. And yes, they got the money back. They got the money back. So your rent is due, your mortgage is due, you got to get groceries, you got to do things for your family, and they take your money, and then you got to go and file documents with the court to get your money back. And do you think that they're going to be in a hurry to give you your money back? That's what I want to have people avoid. It does not matter, because I get a lot of people that put, comments, oh, I'm exempt, they can't come get anything and all of that, and you see what they'll do. Because if they have that court document in their back pocket, they'll go to your bank, they'll get that money, they'll garnish your wages if you're under the minimum, where in my state, if you make under a certain amount of money, they can't garnish your wages. If you have dependents under a certain amount of money, every 2 weeks or monthly, they can't take your money. That's if you're a W-2 worker. Most states don't even offer that. Our state does offer it. But we've had to help people who got garnished of their wages when they were exempt. Why did they garnish their wages? Why do they take people's money? Why do they go into people's bank accounts when the person is exempt? Is because they did not notify them that they're exempt. No communication. So people can't sleep. First thing in the morning, they all they do is think about it. And here's another thing: people are afraid that even if they respond, they're going to make the wrong move. If they make no move. Thinking about making the wrong move makes people not make a move at all. It's like they overanalyze on what to do. And I get it. A lot of people hear a lot of stuff out there on YouTube, a lot of places. On all the social media platforms, a lot of people are making claims. A lot of people. Some people will even go to a lawyer. And the first thing that they'll say is, the lawyer pushed me to go to settlement. They didn't even say that they wanted to defend the case. And then the lawyer said they're going to charge me $2,500 just to do that, especially if they want me to show up. And just so you know, the way that lawyers work with settlements is they're going to take it off the gross. Just like the debt settlement companies. if a lawyer settles your debt, you have it for $10,000, they settle it for $5,000, you're going to pay $7,500 off the top. $7,500 to settle that because you got to pay the attorney's fees. Nothing wrong with it. You just save money, but most people are not upfront with their fees. They're not upfront with their fees. What happens is people are like, I got to pay you this money, and then I got to do. So they just get scared. They're just like, I don't even know what to do. That's what I think. That's why people will say things like, just do anything to me. And then when they accept that you do anything to me, they don't really understand that when they get that judgment, you just signed a contract for 20 years of them being able to harass you, do anything that they can to take your assets, your bank account, anything, because that's what it is. A judgment is 20 years of them being able to try to collect until they get the amount in full, and there's interest that's tacked on. So you got to be very careful. And here's another thing that I run into. And I'm only saying this stuff because I believe that it'll help you. This stuff, when I say this, it'll help you know that I'm really doing this, that other people are in your same situation and they're sending us documents, and we're helping them out. We're telling them what they can do, the options that they have. And I'm about to go over your options too, on how to choose the right option that is for you if you're being sued by a debt collector or original creditor. Is that some people are afraid to even show all their documents. And today, when I ran into that today, where a person, it's like they, like a child, and I'm not saying it in a bad way, because I understand how the human mind works. When we are reaching out for help on something that we could potentially not qualify for, it makes us do it in peace, because we don't want to get let down too soon. So you'd be like, here's one document, here's two documents. We need all the documents. We need the documents to see what they're alleging. We need to see what they're saying about you. But people will just like do a little bit at a time. And I understand it. So I'm not criticizing them. But what I'm doing and why I'm making this video is to give you the power to say, if I'm in that situation, I'm just going to stick my chest out and go for the help. And whoever I believe can help me, I'm going to go ahead and go with them. Full steam ahead. So let me go over how you can determine if the right choice for you when you're getting sued by a debt collector or original creditor. And neither one is the right decision. It's what's right for you. Don't let anyone tell you what you need to do. You do what you believe is right for you to do. So option number one that we always ask people, and I just made this upgrade on my website, where it'll ask you, do you want to fight the case to have a potential, or do you want to just settle and avoid court altogether? Those two are your choices. Now, I'll run down when you choose to fight, and even if you do lose, you have a chance to settle. If you choose to settle, you give up your opportunity to fight. So there's the give and take is like a young lady, California, sued for $9,600 and some change. She does not want to go to court. When I was speaking to her, single mom, has a job, can't afford to pay the $9,600, but does not want to go to court. So I said, okay, we can help you settle this debt for less. And she said, well, what if I don't want to pay anything? I said, well, then you have to fight the case. And she said, I don't want to fight the case. I don't want to go to court. Well, when you say you don't want to go to court, that means that you got to settle before you got to go to court. So which one do you feel that you want to do? Because you're not going to do anything that you're forced into doing. And we don't force people into doing anything. We ask the question, which one do you feel like doing? Do you feel like, and this is all you have to do with someone's master, this is all you got to do when we do the response, is you got to sign, date, file it. Send a copy to the plaintiff attorney. Now, there's some people have asked, why don't we do the filing? Because we've really went through this before. And just last week, one of our clients, we said, file your documents. When they went to court to file their documents, they found out that the debt collector had hidden certain documents from being sent to them. They would have never known that if they did an electronic filing. They would have been behind the 8 ball in the case instead of being proactive and knowing what's sitting there in that court file system. So by being proactive, yeah, it takes a little bit, but I know how these debt collectors work. We always talk about it. Debt collectors are crooked, sneaky, snakes. Everybody describe them all these different ways, but then they try to take the easy way out and not file it, or they use one of these services, so-called services that are supposed to be helping you with your lawsuit, but all they're doing is denying everything. So yes, if you're gonna work with us, if you don't want to go down and file it, then we're not the company for you, because what we do is we want you to know what's going on through the whole process. But if you don't want to go and do that, because a lot of people don't want to do that because they just have a fear of being in court, then you might need to go over to option 2. Option 2 is to settle the debt out of court. Now, here's the thing that comes to people's mind when they do decide to settle. Then they're worried about what's going to happen when I talk to these people. They already been hounding you for months, maybe years, about paying that money back. And now you're going to get on the phone and tell them you can't pay their money back. That right there already makes a little bit of an issue inside of the individual who is about to make that call. It can be very, very, very difficult. And you have to be careful, because what they're going to do is they're going to ask you personal questions about why you didn't pay them that money. And if you cannot answer them truthful, or they believe that you're lying and they already believe that you're a liar already because you didn't pay them the money back that you borrowed from them, guess what? They're going to go behind your back and they're going to pretend with you on the phone, because you're not experienced on how these people do stuff. You can go look at their reviews and see the bad reviews that they got and what they've done to people. That's what people said. I'm not saying it. That's what other people have reported and said. So go look up your debt collector that's going against you, and you can see what they can do to you. So you got to be very careful. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm not saying you can't do it. But if you want to get the lowest amount, with the lowest amount of interruption in your life, these people will not ever call you again. They'll call my office, they'll speak to me or my staff, and we will let them know that you're struggling, that it wasn't about you not wanting to pay them, that you have a legitimate hardship, and that we need to come to a resolution so you can move forward as our client, and so they can allow their client to move forward, and it's a win-win situation. Off the top, you're not paying the full amount that they claim that you owe. And off the top, we're not going to court. We're going to work this out before we go to court. And why do they do that? Because they respect us as a company, that we've worked with almost all of these collectors, and no, we don't have a friendly, quote unquote, friendly relationship, but we have a working relationship to get the job done for a client that does not want to go to court, does not want to get a judgment, does not want to be hassled, does not want to have a judgment order a garnishment order go to their employer that they have a good reputation with, and they don't want to have that document go there, and they're like, what the hell is going on with you? You got a judgment order. That's what we specialize in. So if you're being sued by a debt collector and you want to get help, you want to fight, my 2 options. Number 1, if you want to fight the case, have an opportunity to win. And even if you lose, you still had an opportunity to settle, and we'll handle that for you. We're going to work with you all the way from A to Z until that case is resolved to the end. We know what we're doing. You can see the testimonials on our website. So you can go to summonsmaster.com. You can upload a PDF copy. It has to be 1 PDF copy of your summons. All summons that are created with Summons Master is reviewed by a human to make sure that you did everything right. If anything is wrong, we'll contact you. If any updates need to be made, we're going to make those updates and not charge you extra. If you want us to do it, we have a done for you service. Go there, make your payment, send us the documents. We'll get them back over to you. If you need help with your credit, please visit us at thecreditrepairshop.com. Watch video What Makes Us Different, so you can see my 8-point validation process, my 2-phase settlement process. If you need your credit reports and scores, go to the website your3scores.com to grab your TransUnion, Equifax, Experian credit reports and all 3 scores. If you have debt collectors coming after you before the lawsuit, because you can stop a lot of this, you can go to summonsmaster.com, upload that debt collection letter to get an exclusive certified debt validation letter to stop debt collectors, or to get some evidence in your hand if they decide to try to sue you. You can also grab my 3-pack of letters absolutely free. I ask for a donation on those. The links are below this video. Thank you for your time. This is Stephen A. Williams, president and founder of thecreditrepairshop.com and the creator of summonsmaster.com.